Hi everyone, it's Susan for SusanWinter.net. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you for subscribing. That means so much to me. And I love the commentary that you write underneath these videos. It's really incredible. You are a very astute group of people. I am so proud. So I'm continuing with question and answer today. And I want to read something from Dominik because, as you know, I ask all of you to play full out. I ask you to be present. And I do that because I know it works. It works. It is such a magnet. So here's the question, okay? Dominik writes, "Hi Susan, I've watched all of your videos and they're so helpful. Thank you." Thank you, okay? "Before I found you, I used to follow coaches that said things like, don't give compliments, otherwise it'll make you look anxious, etc. But after I found you, I realized that with those rules, one cannot find love. One can only find love if he shows up. But what do you do if you show up, but the other person doesn't?" Dominik, thank you. This is awesome. And here is my response. Keep doing what you're doing. You will filter your way through all the nonsense until the person who's in front of you shows up. Dating is a numbers game. And I remember this with my girlfriend. She's engaged now and just about to be married. And she was a great dater. She knew how to be resilient. She knew the terrain. And yet I remember after our talk, she'd have things like, what do I do? I mean, I'd like to, he's still here. What do I do this morning? And I said, well, what would you normally do? What would you do if he were your full-on agreed to boyfriend, that you know you're in an exclusive relationship? And she'd say, I'd make him breakfast. I'd say, go make him breakfast. And I think some of you have heard this story before, because I said to her also, don't be surprised if he runs out of the house, because, it could shock him. And of course, he grabbed his things and ran out of her apartment. He must have thought she was desperate and needy, just what we're trying to avoid, right? So to answer your question, Dominik, she took a philosophical position. And this is how I do it. Every action I make comes from a philosophical decision I've already made. Some basics on how I'm going to be and how I behave in this world. And once those basics are set, any little thing that comes along immediately falls in line. One of which is to be present, be myself, and be the best version of myself. Now, the person I'm meeting and interacting with might be able to sustain that, might be able to hold it, might be in appreciation of it, or might not care at all. It might scare them, or it could thrill them. But if I keep changing to amend myself to become what's their comfort level, guaranteed I will amend myself downward. And for those of you that have watched all of my videos, you know this whole amending yourself downward is a downward spiral. So the point is, Dominik and everyone, practice doing what you would do to your perfect mate. I used to tell my girlfriend, treat him like he's your husband. No. Trust me. Because you want to practice being the person you are going to become with the right mate. It's like if you've got to practice something on the course. Okay, I'm a golfer, so I have to use that. But if I want to practice a chip shot, well, I mean, why would I go throw a basketball? It's not the same thing. You don't want to practice a failure. You don't want to practice not doing. You want to practice doing exactly what you're going to be doing. So don't stop your focus, your direction, your showing up, your playing full out. They fall off the carousel, they fall off the carousel. Not our business. Your job is to keep being yourself until this is such a natural, ingrained part of you, and you feel good about showing up as yourself, that when they do something crazy, you're just like, oh, there goes another one. Crazy them. Okay, can't handle it. See, people that are playing don't like consistency. People that are playing don't like predictability. They think that's boring. So if you, being a great person, telling somebody you like them when you like them, complimenting them when you feel you it's warranted and you feel like doing it. If somebody thinks that that makes you weak and needy, they have a real issue. So thank you so much for saying this. Again, play your highest hand at all times. This is your life. People may come in and out like extras on a set. We don't care. The one who makes it through to the leading man or leading lady is the one you're looking for, so don't change your lines, because you need them to hear it so that they'll go, oh, that's what I wanted to hear. That's what I wanted to see. That's how it happens. So thank you, all of you who've come to Magnify and done the on-demand with me. Information about that is below here in the description. Thank you, those of you who've actually scheduled a consultation with me. Great to get to work with you. Remember, too, I have a show on iTunes, The Susan Winter Show, if you care to listen instead. Thank you very much, and keep showing up as your highest self. All will be well.